Greetings, great learners. My name is Mr. Simbi and welcome to today's accounting class. In today's class, we're dealing with analysis and interpretation of financial statements. And our focus is mainly on profitability financial indicators. I have a practice question, and it is from the year ended 28 February 2023. And we are given some financial indicators for the year 2022 already. But the demands of the question are that we must calculate the gross profit on sales, gross profit on cost of sales, as well as the net profit on sales. Let us begin. The first one, we have to calculate the percentage gross profit on sales, the percentage gross profit on sales. That means I'll take my gross profit. Do I have gross profit? In this case, I am not given. So for me to get my gross profit, I have to say my sales, which is 760,000, minus my cost of sales, which is 560,000. That will give me 200,000. That 200,000 becomes my gross profit. So I'll then say 200,000 divided by my sales, which is your 760,000. Then I multiply all of these by 100/1. Okay? If you punch that in your calculator, how much do you get? Remember, your answer has to be in percentages. You will say 200,000 divided by 760,000 multiplied by 100/1. What is your answer? You will get 26.3%. 26.3%. That becomes the answer. There it is, 26.3%. What we will now do is to comment on what we have calculated. For the year 2023, our gross profit on sales is 26.3%. Once we have our 26.3%, we now need to comment. We know that when we are commenting, we will look at first the trend, the name, and the figures. Okay? I will write them appropriately. Number one, it is the name. Number two, it is the trend. And the figures become number three. Let us begin then. We will start with the name. And we will say the gross profit on sales has decreased. You can see in 2022, it was 32.3, so it has decreased. The gross profit on sales has decreased. This therefore becomes the trend. From 32.3 in 2022 to 26.3 in 2023. So it has decreased. That is what you would then say. The gross profit on sales has decreased from 32.3 in 2022 to 26.3 in 2023. Let's move on to the next one. Number two, calculate the percentage gross profit on cost of sales. We're talking markup percentage. We're talking the markup percentage. We will now say the formula, remember, it is your gross profit. You take your gross profit. In this case, we don't have the gross profit. How do we get gross profit? We will say my sales of 760,000 minus my cost of sales of 560,000. That will give me gross profit of 200,000 rands. So I'll take my gross profit, which is 200,000. Then I divide it by my cost of sales. And my cost of sales in this question is 560,000. So I divide this by 560,000. I multiply by 100 over 1. I want you to punch that in your calculator. You are now saying 200,000 divided by 560 multiplied by 100 over 1. That gives you 35.7%. 35.7%. There it is, 35.7%. Once you have done your calculation, you now need to comment. And on commenting, we are given indicators already calculated for 2022. And our gross profit on cost of sales is 33.4%. And in the year 2023, we have calculated 35.7%. Remember, when we comment, we need the name, that becomes number 1. Number 2, we need the trend. And number 3, we need the figures. So, let's begin. The name, that is the percentage gross profit, the percentage gross profit on cost of sales, here we're dealing with the name now, has increased. The increase is the trend. How do you know it has increased? It was 33.4, now it's 35.7. It has increased from 33.4% in 2022 to 35.7% in 2023. That is how you would then comment that your gross profit on cost of sales has increased from 33.4 to 35.7% in 2023. Let us go and now look at the third question. It says, calculate the net profit on sales. Calculate the net profit on sales. The formula is your net profit, which is given here, 61,900, over sales, which is 760,000. Then I multiply this by 100 over 1. If I punch this in my calculator, remember, it is your net profit, 61.9, over your sales, 760, multiplied by 100 over 1. That will give me 8.1%, 8.1%. After I have calculated, remember, you need to then comment. And in commenting, we are given the percentage for the year 2022. It was 10.7%. But in 2023, it is now 8.1%. So when I'm commenting, I would then say, my percentage net profit, this is the name of the financial indicator. The percentage net profit on sales has decreased. The decrease is the trend. It has decreased or it has dropped. It has decreased from 10.7% in 2022 to 8.1% in 2023. Now, these are your figures. These are your figures. These are your figures. You need to include figures when you comment. The percentage net profit on sales has decreased from 10.7% in 2022 to 8.1% in 2023. This is how you then comment after you have calculated your financial indicators. Dear learners, let's go for a net break and I'll see you shortly.